Hey, my creative friends. My name is Shannon from shannonstudio.com, and I talk about having a creative lifestyle. What it looks like, what I'm doing, what you're doing, so that we can share how it looks like in real life, and then that way we might be able to help ourselves apply being creative more often, so we can get all the wonderful, wonderful benefits from living a creative life. So that's what we do. So tonight, gonna give the tip, but right off, today, I have played Uno I don't know how many times because Joseph's home from school, and he also did this paper piñata. He took two pieces of paper, stapled it all together, and then cut out a little flap window so he could stick candy inside. And on the way home from work, Alan stopped by and got some candies so he could do it. So he hangs it from the stairs and then takes the broom, and hits it. And so then a few fly out, and he and I jump at them because it's not any fun to jump at them if somebody else isn't trying to get them. So we jump at them and we're laughing, and then he knocks some more out, and it's just this silly little thing that he has set up. And it's so funny because it's been set up all day and waiting for Alan to come home with the candy. And so it's like you have to come down the stairs, you hit it, it hits you right in the face. It's just this funny thing that he did, and we had fun and laughed. And it made me think about, and the other thing is that Alan and I will come home, after he gets home from work, we talk. And hey Joan. So he gets home from work and we talk, and I noticed we were sharing memes. Now, we don't usually share memes. We just don't do that. We don't usually look at a lot of memes. Maybe he does, but I know I don't. I see some that my kids put on, but I don't really follow memes. But Carrie, one of my friends, she has been putting on lots of memes. A lot of other people too, but she's been putting on a ton of memes. And I've stopped and I've looked at them, and some of them are just hilarious. They're just funny, and I bust out laughing. And so I was thinking about that, how Alan and I are, at the end of the day, talking about memes we saw. And it's that need to laugh. It's that need to kind of, have that stress reliever. MayoClinic.org on their website said laughter is a great form of stress relief. And that's no joke. So it's known that laughing reduces stress. I don't know about you, but the coronavirus thing is stressing people out, just the uncertainty of it, which makes total sense. And whether you're going to get it, whether you're not, who around you might have it, just the whole thing is causing people to be stressed. And it's an interesting thing that some of the answers that people are putting out there are to make us laugh. Whether they are doing it on purpose or just instinctively, they're doing things to help us laugh. And Rose also, I looked at her website, and she put out a call for anybody locally that had hats. I guess she works in the morning for the breakfast for, people coming through, kids coming through for breakfast. And so she's part of that. And so she asked for all the, hats, because she thought she would just entertain or cheer the kids up with something different on her head every day that they came through. And I saw a little photo today of what she's gathered, and she's got fur, and she's got antennas, and she's got, party hats, and just different things. And as I'm looking at that, looking at the colors and looking at what she's got, I just thought, those kids will be tickled. They'll giggle a little bit. They'll think, oh, this is fun. This is out of the ordinary. Thinking, also putting forth the idea that out of the ordinary isn't always bad. But she wanted to be entertaining. And in being entertaining, she's going to get some of those kids to laugh. And the conversations at home or around friends and stuff like that might not lend itself to being very funny right now. So here's one tip from the book Emotional First Aid by Guy Winch. And he says, One study said people with high self-esteem jumped on the chance to have a laugh through a comedy video, while people with low self-esteem agreed that watching the video would improve their mood, but they declined to do so nonetheless. When our self-esteem is low, the resistance we have to positive experiences and information is quite sweeping. That last part was really interesting to me. So, well, the twofold was interesting to me. One, that people with low self-esteem knew that if they watched something funny, it would help them be in a better mood, but they didn't want to do it. They still didn't do it. So that's something to kind of watch out with ourselves and our friends. Sometimes just knowing something helps us to get over that barrier. So maybe if you have friends that are, have low self-esteem or might be heading that direction, having something that might just tickle them a little bit might not be a bad idea, because they might not want to do it themselves. And the other part was, when our self-esteem is low, the resistance we have to positive experiences and information is quite sweeping. I didn't realize that it's not just I'm not going to do it. There's a resistance to it. There's a resistance to engage in the positive experience or the positive information. So at this point in time, I think it's good to just look at some things to kind of help us. Laughter helps us increase endorphins. Those are good. We both know that. More oxygen to the brain, which oxygen to the brain is life on all kinds of levels up there. Relax feelings, it reduces stress, and it relieves pain, because our body starts to produce its own painkiller. And that's interesting too, that laughter can do something like that. So take a few minutes. This is the first time I would say take a few minutes and indulge in the memes, or indulge in something that will make you laugh, that will bring a little bit of sparkle in your life, so that you can get those benefits of those other things, and to be able to relieve some of the stress that is undoubtedly floating around in your life right now. So also put in there maybe some things, videos. I know there's a lady, I think her last name's Thompson. She's really super funny. I think I might watch one of those videos tonight. So why don't you put in the comments things that make you laugh, some of the things that make you laugh, or memes that make you laugh, or websites that, something, so that we can just have a little resource there in order to take a little peek and share memes and funny things. Share them. I think we're in a time and space that it would be really beneficial to. Just heard one of my kids live in Utah. Well, one just left Utah today. The other one lives there. And, two kids live there in Utah. And they just had an earthquake today, 5.7 or 9. So, things are just kind of a little bit, a lot. They are a lot uncertain. And if we can do any little thing that will help us to relieve the stress, so that we can be able to be in a good headspace to meet the demands that we need, and the demands on our decision making and our time, the better we will be. So, hey, Rose, I just talked about you a minute ago. You'll have to listen. You'll have to tell us how your little hat experiment goes, and how that comes across with the kids for breakfast. Excuse me. So that's the tip. Put a little laughter in there. I know it seems like such a serious time, and it seems like sometimes it might not be appropriate, but there are benefits to it, and relieving stress is a huge one. So let's laugh a little bit and share things that will help us laugh a little bit. And that's the tip for tonight. So remember, you have a creative heartbeat, so listen for it. Listen for it and do things that will be creative, things that will help you in all kinds of ways. Use the ideas that come to you and the resources that you have. So I will be back tomorrow. Bye for now.